Today I'm answering some homeschooling questions and I'm keeping it real. Hey guys, it's Bonnie from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a homeschooling mom to 3 children and I've been homeschooling since 2012. I make videos on everything to help you on your homeschooling journey, so make sure to subscribe if you like that kind of content and check out the rest of my videos in my playlist. Today I've joined in on a homeschool questions tag that was started by Ingrid over at the Homeschool Chronicles, and I was tagged by Darlene from the Recycled Mom. So make sure you look in the description and check out those awesome homeschooling channels as well. So today I have to answer 10 questions and I have them right here on my phone. So if you see me looking down, that is why. And I'm gonna keep it completely honest with you and I'm gonna answer them truthfully. So number 1, how many years have you been homeschooling? I've been homeschooling since 2012. So it depends on when you're watching this video. But I've been homeschooling since my oldest daughter, who's right now in 8th grade, was in kindergarten. Number 2, how many curriculums have you used throughout the years? We have used so many curriculum. Like our first 5 years, we just kept switching around curriculums, trying every kind of math. We've tried like 4 or 5 different types of maths. We've tried about 5 different types of language arts, a bunch of different sciences. We've tried a ton of different curriculum and we finally found what works now, but we're still adding and tweaking things because every year the kids grow, their needs change, and it's just like that. We don't stick to anything forever. We've stuck to our language arts and our core program. That's been the longest. It's been about 4 years since we've stuck with our language arts, but everything else is in and out depending on how we're feeling that year or the needs of my kids or the needs of myself and how much I'm able to teach them depending on how many kids need my help. So the next question is, which curriculum is my favorite and which is my least favorite? So my favorite is the one that we stuck with. So for our language arts, I love the Good and the Beautiful language arts. For math, I really am liking the Good and the Beautiful for math right now, but we're only doing level K. And then I really like Beast Academy for my son. As far as the other subjects, science and history, I don't have a favorite. There's a lot of great ones out there. I really like Story of the World History. I didn't stick with it. I don't know why, but I do really like that one for history. My least favorite was Heart of Dakota. I didn't like the all-in-one package. I thought it'd be easier at the time that I use it for me to be able to homeschool without using so many different books, but it was so history based and very Bible based, which is great for some people, but it wasn't teaching my kids a variety of different things, so I didn't like that. But I know I have friends who love it. Next question says, people are worried about their kids being socialized, but are you socialized? It says, I mean, how do you make time to be around other grown folks? So I consider myself an introvert, so I don't need to be around a lot of people all of the time. So a couple of close friends that I can see here and there are good enough to me. So I have that. I have my handful of people that I'm really close with that I make sure that we definitely make time for each other. I'm also part of a homeschool co-op that I go to once a week, and that's good enough for me. Before I was more involved, before COVID, we had a lot more play dates, and those play dates doubled as play dates for me. We're not having that many play dates anymore. And I was also going to church at the time, so I was socializing there, but we're not doing that right now either. So it's a little different, but I'm a big fan of Marco Polo right now, this season of life, and going for walks or going to see some of my friends, and that so I'm fine. I'm socialized. I'm socialized enough. Number 6, how many times do you reheat the same cup of coffee? That is a really funny question because it makes me feel that I'm not alone. I reheat the same cup of coffee sometimes 3 times, which leads me to my next question is, do you even remember where you left your cup of coffee? Half the time I don't. So I end up, by the time I find it, I have to reheat it. It could be upstairs, it could be downstairs, it could be in the classroom, it could be in the kitchen. Like I just take that coffee with me everywhere and then I set it down, and then one kid needs me to do something, so I go to help them. Then I'm jumping to something else. I totally forget my coffee, and then I'm like, okay, I need a sip, and I have no idea where I put it. Maybe I should get one of those GPS trackers and like glue it to my coffee cup. When asked what grade your children are in, do you counter question with, do you mean by subject? Yeah, I think I do. I tell people when they ask me what grade your child is in, I tell them the grade range. So like my son, he's between 4th and 5th, and I'll say he's between 4th and 5th. And then like my preschooler, well, kindergartner now, she's 5. I tell her she's between kindergarten and 1st grade. And I, you know, it's hard, right? So your kids are on all different levels for different grades and things like that, and they don't coincide with the age sometimes. So yeah, that's kind of an annoying question. Number 9 says, okay, so what is your definition of free time? So free time is boring to me. I don't like free time. I do like time off of teaching and time off of the homeschool day when it's time to be done, like 3 o'clock. Like my brain shuts off from like doing that kind of stuff. So I would say that my free time is doing whatever I want to do, whether it's recording videos, editing videos, cleaning my classroom, organizing my classroom, working on my Snapfish albums, cleaning the house. Honestly, if I feel like it, if I'm like in the mood to do it, that doesn't happen that often, but if I'm in the mood to do it, then that's free time to me. Free time is when I get to do what I want to do without being asked to do something else. The last question is, if your homeschool were a book, song, or movie, what would be the title? So I had to think about that one, and I would say Memento, because I am like losing my memory. I don't know, I can't remember things anymore. I guess the stresses of life and traumatic events that have happened and things like that, you just start to, maybe it's the technology or the fast-paced society, I don't know what it is, but my memory is not that great, as great as it used to be. So it's really important for me to capture those moments in pictures and photo albums and my YouTube videos, and writing down things in diaries and journals. I keep 3 journals, one for each of my kids, with letters to them in there that I'm going to give to them when they're older, that just has different mementos and different things that are happening now, so we can read them, they can read them later. So I'm really about keeping our memories right now and preserving it, because I feel that this is going to be the best time of our lives, is when my kids are little, they're home with me, and we get to homeschool. And I know that once they're bigger and they're older and they're out of the house, things are going to be different. To me, I feel like this is going to be my best time of my life. That's just me. So I think that'd be a good title. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I would like to tag Leilani over at Living with Eve. You're it.